Do this. All righty, guys. Hello, welcome. Happy first Saturday of March. Can you believe it? Third month of the year already. Woof. How about that February? Come on, everybody. How about that February? Right? Oh, it was an amazing February. I can't wait to see what all of our 15th of the month checks look like, because that's where it'll all show. So I'm not super excited. However, at regionals today, I realized I made another $150 I had no idea about. And so I was like, hey, wait, I got another bonus on top of that other one? Okay, I'll take it. I'll do that one too. So I'm optimistic. I'm always skeptic when the comp plan changes. That's just me. I'm skeptic when new products come out. I'm a skeptic until I see it. You know what I mean? We hear everything, but it's until I see it. But it was very exciting to just feel the momentum. And I don't know about you, but it's been a while for us to really feel that. We felt little snippets of it, but February was definitely momentum for everybody in our business. You know, it's just very exciting just to see all the ranks and everything that people were doing, because it was all activity that was producing. And I think a lot of it, some of it has to do with, you know, just us continuing to work our business every day. And, you know, things are just starting to happen a lot faster, a lot more. People are asking me, and I'm sure you're coming, like, they'll ask you questions that you know that they're watching Facebook, but they have never commented on Facebook. And then you see them in person and they're like, oh, what's Neora? It's like, really? You've never asked. Like, are you serious? Now you want to know? So it's great to see that that's happening with us. I'm excited about this book. I'm so glad that I heard that they talked about it. It's a really good book. Yes, it was a lot of pages, but it was a fast read to me. I mean, it was a pretty quick read because it was like that thicker, like, you know, a lot of spacing. This is one I think Real Believers, everybody needs to read it, but let's go over it, a little bit of it. Let's see. It was a lot to read, but let me see. I have some highlights on my end, and then let's see what you guys have. Let's see. Hold on. Yeah. The information. Okay, so the first chapter, how to become the hunted instead of hunter. I love the name of the chapter. I love that how he describes it and how it's all about, you know, again, what people tell us. It's about our posture. It's about our presentation. It's about who we represent and who we are. And who wouldn't want to be out there where somebody is gravitating towards you and asking you about your product, about you, about your opportunity, opposed to us always doing that. And I feel over the time of me being in the business, it has done a little switch here and there where people do ask me about it. People do see what I'm doing and want to be attracted to that. And I think that is with our personal development and our consistency with each other and helping each other. That'll happen for everybody, but it has happened a little more for me lately than it did before. But it took a while for me to get to that part. But I mean, everything he talks about, attraction is not a choice. And that was one of the things he said. Attraction's not a choice. When you're in this business, you have to represent. You have to represent Neora. You have to represent being a leader. You have to represent that they want you. And it takes that mindset shift. I mean, John and Vicki talked about that today at regionals, but it does take that shift in your thinking that, you know, when we're desperate for that third customer, we go towards somebody because we're desperate for that third customer. So if you change your mindset that they need you more than you need them, there will be a shift in your business. I mean, there will be a huge shift in your business. Like I've said, because Linda Lindsay told me, you can't be attached to the outcome, because if you're attached to the outcome, you look desperate and you look like you need it. And you look like not the professional that we are. And I can say that my posture has changed in the business of the fact that when I was reaching out to people for the end of the month, there was not one message that sounded desperate, even though I was desperate. I was like, we need a couple more customers. And I mean, I knew I was desperate, but not really. I'm just saying that because I knew I needed it and I wanted it. And if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. But I just kept sending messages like, hey, I'm just checking in, just seeing how you're doing. Hey, I'm just seeing what's up. I'm just going to see if you're interested. Hey, I'm just checking in. Hey, how are you? Hey, I'm checking in. And if people didn't respond, I didn't go at them. I just let it be. Because guess what? One of the people who didn't respond sent me a message last night, said to me, I'm going to call you either Saturday or Sunday to place my order. So whatever you do before, you got to remember, it's going to it can transpire today, tomorrow, the next day, next month, next year. You never know, but that's why you have to stay in that, like that, what did it say? Attraction is not, what does it say? Attraction is not a choice. You just do it. Two important lessons is the subconscious attraction. Convey those leadership qualities, a high level of personal value. Learn to convey those qualities. Become a leader with value to offer others. You know, and when they said that, I don't know if it's this book or the other book, if people aren't coming to you to join your business, it's because you're not sharing enough about your business. And especially with Neora and our new comp plan and our products, if people are not asking you about your business or your products, it's because you haven't shared enough valuable, that was a key word, enough valuable information with them about what we have. Because if you share enough valuable information with them, they're going to want to know more, right? Wouldn't you guys agree? So they join you. It's a state of mind, and it's true, they do join you. That whole alpha was different for me to read, you know, pre-alpha and alpha, and that was kind of cool to see. You know, alpha is living in a mindset of abundance. Everyone must follow before they can lead, and if you don't feel like you're that leader now, and I say that, you're all leaders in my mind because you're on this, but if you don't feel like you're that leader, then you've got to dig deep and figure out how you can become that leader, and fake it till you make it, sort of say, like they say all the time. I don't like it, but I do like it because it's true. You just have to act as if. And, you know, I've always acted as if, not always. In the beginning, I did not, because I was not that leader. It took me time to be a leader because the passion and the lives that I see change, and my mentors and me, you know, being open to what they have to suggest, and me being open to personal development, me doing the do, sort of say, like all of you do. But it took me a while. And I want you guys to share after I'm done talking. I want you to share with your experiences and what you guys have gone through. But it does take that time. But once you walk in that belief and that faith and that desire, knowing that this can change somebody's life and this can be something for everybody because it is something for you, even if you only get $5 or $10, but this is something because of the value of people and the value of what we have, you will walk as if, and you will be that person, that leader that people want to be attracted to. People want to be a part of that. And that's why I do the happy hours too, because I want them to see our culture. I want them to see, you know, what they want, what they're missing out on, because we have so much fun. I mean, I don't know how many times I can tell you when I run into people who never comment on Facebook or comment on things that I do, and they say, God, you look like you're having a lot of fun all the time. I am. I'm having a lot of fun. They don't know my other stresses, but yeah, I'm having a good time. And they see all that, and they're too afraid to try to be a part of it yet. And if they are ready one day, then they will be. But also, I don't want somebody who's afraid to be a part of it, because I don't want to have to push people. I don't want to have to, come on, let's go. Come on, let's do it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. I know you guys don't either, right? I don't want to be a boss. I don't want to be a boss. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, so this was a great first chapter. I loved increasing your PVL, increasing that, and just kind of what they talk about and the abundance mentality. Everything we do know, but you know, when you live in abundance, you don't fear the loss or failure. You're unconcerned with the criticism. Oh, I have all kinds of stuff on the alpha. You know, I was like, really? Yeah. Respect yourself, respect your body, dictate your own terms, willing to say no. And I'm like, yes. I went to an all-girls school. I don't know how many times I heard all this. Take control of the situation before it happens. Never seek approval. But it just validated it. It keeps all these things that we read are just validating it for me. And so anyway, so yeah, so anybody else? Because I did that all in like no breath, I think. Anybody else want to share? That's how much this book was so good. I mean, I really I'm liking this book. So let's see, let's go around. Anybody raise your hand? Anybody want to start sharing? Kathy Preshaw, okay, I'm gonna unmute you. Go ahead.
I'm really liking this a lot so far. I highlighted a lot of stuff. I highlighted people have a subconscious attraction to others who can convey leadership qualities and have a high level of personal value, which means we have to see ourselves that way as leaders, and that we have a lot of personal value, and it just is going to automatically attract people to us. Mm-hmm. I think we knew that, but it says it right here, you know. And then if you want to make it big in network marketing, you must learn to convey those qualities and eventually become a leader with value to offer others.
Mm-hmm.
We have to know that what we have has a lot of value. Yeah, that's it.
But no, it's true.
I mean, I have so many things highlighted in here, but
I know, me too. And I'm gonna probably reread my highlights again and reread what I wrote, because I'm the same way. I had a lot of highlights in there, and yeah, it's that conviction and that value of what we have. And I think that's where between our product line, our compensation plan, our culture, there's so much value in Neora that if we don't see that or recognize that every day we're out, we're missing the boat with people. And I mean, I can tell you right now,
attract people to us.
Yeah, exactly. You'll attract the people to you. And I don't feel like, I don't know a lot of other network marketers, but I don't feel like there are other companies out there that really attract me to them. If I look at them on Facebook and I see the people who are running for stuff, and I see, I'm still friends with people who left Neora to go to other companies, and I see them and their companies and what they're doing, but it doesn't attract me,
Yeah.
So I think you're right. We've got to walk in that attraction mode and I think let's practice that this week. I like that. Let's practice that this week, all of us. Let's walk in that faith and that belief of what the products, the culture, the opportunity, the comp plan, all the stuff that we have. Let's walk in that and see what happens. Let's do an experiment with all of us. Like, let's do it. Let's see what happens and see who comes in and starts attracting to us. So thanks, Kathy. I like that. I like everything you said. Anybody else? Anybody? Come on, guys. All right, come on, Michelle. All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Okay, I love this book. It just really hits me. Everything about it I believe in, and I believe it's true. I love just the whole leadership thing. Like, I want to lead so bad. I just want people to follow me or to join me, not to follow me. But I just want to share this with everybody that sees everything in the company that there is. And the alpha beta, I know we all have problems with that. What level are we at, etc. with that. I also know when I first started, I'm not a good follower. And so you need to be a follower, and you need to listen that everything in the company works. And so it's all developmental. And the other big thing he said about, it's you that they're going to buy. It's not the product, because how many people sell the product? Everybody, it's the fact that you're presenting the product and you're going to share the product with them, etc. So it's just perfect. And I have read chapter 1, okay, maybe 2 or 3, but anyway, I'll go back and read chapter 1 again. But I've got it, got an unlimited thing from whatever. So I probably will buy the book when I find it. I find it's excellent. That's all.
Very cool. Very cool, Michelle. Yes.
That's good.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's it.
And Catherine, I saw you unmuted.
Yes, I did. I couldn't find my raise your hand button.
Okay.
I really gravitated to the biggest gift network marketing has to offer you is that it will instantly make you aware of your weaknesses. And I love personal development now. I mean, I didn't even know about, or I shouldn't say know about it. I didn't really think anything of it before Neora, and it's really made a big difference in my life. And as all of you, I'm sure it has too. And another part was the alpha. I'm a big, some of you that don't know, I know Kathy knows that I'm a huge dog and animal lover. So the whole Cesar Millan training, the alpha pack leader, I really resonated to that. So I consider myself a pack leader, even though I don't have a pack anymore, but 4-legged or 2-legged. But I'm working on that one. So I will admit I haven't gotten. Oh, that's a bad English. I haven't finished chapter 1 yet. Kind of goes with that whole, I wish it was an audio so I could listen to it, but it's okay. It's one of my weaknesses is sitting down and making myself read, because I'd rather listen or listen and read at the same time. But no, it really, what's the word I'm looking for? It just really brings all of what our teachings are to the surface. We're taught all of these things that we're reading, and it's amazing how we read it in all these books we're doing or have done. And so it just really edifies all of our teachings so far. And it's a great, it's very heartwarming, to know that, we're the real deal. We've got it. We've got the whole package.
Yeah, absolutely. And, just when you were talking, I was looking for what you had read, and a couple things popped out at me that I saw that I meant to share too. And it goes along with the lines you said. And, this business is 90% mental and 10% execution. And that was huge too. Right, Sharon? Yeah, I see you nodding. And it's simple. It says, like, genuinely you increase your sense of self-worth. And I like where it says the amount of money you make today is a direct reflection of your personal value level. So based on your personal value level is what you're making today in the business. So like I've said, if you're getting a check every month or you're getting a check every week, that's the value that is your personal value level based on what you're doing in the business. And one thing is, the big thing it says, after all that's said and done, magnetic sponsoring and generating attraction is about one thing: increasing your value to others and to the world. And we need to increase that value to others and to the world. So I just agree with what you said, Catherine. And next, anybody else? Who's next?
Hi, this is Lorene. I was driving when I first started. Hi, and I was able to get home and get my notes out. It was an incredible book. And I took a couple of keynotes. First of all, today's training was excellent because it really gave me some clarity about our compensation plan. I don't know about any of you, but I do like to measure my time versus money. I do. And so it kind of enlightened me a little bit more about what I could do to make it better. But, I totally fell in the alpha networker. I know I'm alpha. I've been for a lot of years, and I know that's what I am. And I'm not, a while back I used to be apologetic about it because it sometimes turned people off. But I'm owning my own story from now on, and I'm embracing it. And that's very liberating to be in that place. But one of the things about the goal with an alpha is to live in a mindset of abundance. And I'm going to go back, because I say this all the time with our group: mindset's everything, you guys. And I've been on this journey with Mel Robbins now on phase 2 with this other book I just completed about owning your own story and having a mindset reset of not only owning your own story, but really understanding yourself and how you add value to others. If you can't lead yourself first through the struggles, how can you expect others to eventually follow you? Think about that. That was so pivotal for me in this chapter. A person who sponsors people effortlessly into my network marketing business is my daily affirmation. I personally sponsor people effortlessly into my network marketing business. That was a mind shift for me. I'll own that, because that was hard for me to understand. I'm not the hunted. I'm not the hunter. I'm the hunted. Wow. How do I become the hunted? Well, it's based on my personal value, how I display through my lifestyle and what I say. Because we already know now, I think everybody that's taken time at 4:00 on Saturday understands we have an amazing product line that works. Every penny we put into our business is worth it. Our time and effort we put into our business is worth it. It's 5 years in the making or 3 years in the making. And a compensation plan now supports it better than it used to. But before, what we didn't know, it worked pretty good for us before. Now it's even better for new starts, and they don't know what's better yet until it's shared upon them, right? So the last thing that I got out of this that, you know, truly made a difference for me, and I'm going to share a few things. A part of my Mel Robbins journey has been to address my limited beliefs. And when we can address our limiting beliefs in ourselves, that's when our mindset shifts. And one of my limiting beliefs is that people don't like me. And I cared about that. And the reason why people didn't like me was I was too strong. So it's taken me time to overcome that. But in the course of feeling that people don't like me, and it stems back from when I was bullied as a kid and I didn't quite understand it. And then I didn't rub some of the girls right in high school. And then whatever I represented, I was extremely conservative growing up and blah, 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 blah. But wolves do not concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. Remember that. Wolves do not concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. And that was liberating for me too. So stay your authentic self, whatever that is. Do not apologize for that. Be introspective of what your weaknesses are and your limiting belief. MelRobbins.com has a lot of resources if you're interested in her style. I like it because she's super no nonsense, and that's my style. And so I resonate with her. She doesn't hide behind anything. She's pretty simple and straightforward. And how do you bring value to your leads? Opportunities are abundant. How do you personally bring value? Non-tangible subjective energy are three things that I always work to remember. Mindset, aura, and eye contact. I thought, okay, so I've been practicing that. I'm just smiling at people and asking them what the secret to their smile is. And so it's creating engagement, just plugging in, but that's what I got out of the book. MelRobbins.com is definitely something to look at as a resource. I encourage everyone to do so. That's my share.
Thanks. Thank you, Lori. Yeah, no, it definitely, you have to be your authentic self. If you're not your authentic self, then there's no reason for you to be here, sort of say, in my opinion. You have to be your authentic self. And we are all authentic selves, but there's a lot of people out there who are not. And that's why they're not so happy like we are, because you have to be that authentic self about who you are. Because then you're not a happy person if you're trying to be somebody you're not, right? Right? You have to be who you are. And I agree with that 100%. Thanks, Lori. Anybody else have something to share? We haven't heard from Kathy or Sharon or Roberta or Robin. Roberta? Okay, let's see. Go ahead, Roberta. Oh, let me see. There you go. Oh, I can't hear you.
Let me see.
There you are. Oh.
Am I there now?
Yes.
Great. Well, the book resonated with me because it's kind of the story of my life, how I started, and how I would get customers, but I wasn't attracting more people. I was just kind of, I'm kind of a quiet, just kind of slip in. And so I had to crawl. I mean, I'm not really an introvert, but I had to become more extroverted more than I wanted to. And since I've done that, it is like crazy. If you see my Facebook post, it looks like life is enchanting. I have, just as an example, I got 2 for 2 this month. I got $3,500 in personal volume. It was crazy. And it was just, people kept coming. I mean, I had more than 2 new people. And then people that have, when you talked about people not looking at your posts and stuff, you didn't think they were. I mean, they just came out of the woodwork. You know, my Prolistic posts came, I sold a lot of Prolistic, both the Pro and the lotion, the prebiotic and the lotion. I have 2 orders already for Firm this month that were supposed to order last month. So it is posturing. I've joined more focus groups. You know, it's kind of easy to be home. You know, my husband and I are both retired, and it's easy to be home. But nope, I'm out there with the focus groups, and it's just been so much fun. And this book hits the nail on the head, being that alpha. My husband is he is from the South, and he really likes women to be more submissive. He always tells me, I've got my oldest child act on when I, get assertive. So I have to be kind of careful that I don't offend him. But I am. I can make things happen. And it's just been I am having the time of my life. I really am. It's just been fun, and the personal development is the key. You can't do it without personal development. You can't do it without being confident about yourself. Not begging for that third customer. It's really hard. But I have to tell you that I have had somebody following me from Delaware that didn't know, and they ordered EHT last month, and the end of this last month, the last day, he came in as a founding member at $1,000.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy. And I worked so hard the last 2 days with people just wanting to get product and stuff, but it was so fun. And so, just keep doing the do, and, make your life attractive. Stick with personal development, and my team is beginning to get it. And it's really fun. I can just see excitement developing around me, which has really been good. And you guys have been a part of that. It's just been awesome to be a part of your group, Monique. Thank you.
That's awesome. And I mean, I'm probably speaking for all of us, but when I hear you with the passion that you feel and how excited you are and how much fun you're having, I'm going to use you for three-way calls for people who don't see this, I'm not 20, I'm not 30, I don't want to do this. And what more fun, how much more fun can I have? that kind of thing. Hold on, you muted yourself. Hold on. You're saying something, but I can't hear you. Hold on, you're still muted. Hold on, because I want to hear what you say. Let's see, try to unmute. Let's see if you can unmute. There you go.
Okay, so my husband came into this business. I didn't want anything to do with it 3 years ago. And I was, at that time, 3 years ago, I was 66. I'm 69. I'll be 70 in December. And I did not want to be the shape of my chair. I do not want to be the shape of my chair. And I stay active in, my church, and I have several organizations, and then I've joined these focus groups, and I've joined 2 chambers, and I'm in another focus group, and they asked me if I would present Monday. This is my 3rd meeting, and they asked me if I would present. And so it is so exciting. And I think people that don't think they can get it, I mean, they have to deal with themselves. They have to get over the mindset of I don't have enough, I'm poor, I don't have this. You have to just put on your big girl britches and go out there and do it. So It's, like I say, it's been really exciting. I've had some of my brand partners that have just been doing their $80, $90 ADOs. They're contacting me now. They're saying, wow, we see what you're doing. We want to be a part of it. I have 2 that have contacted me, one today and one yesterday. So it could just be a lot of fun. I mean, I'm having the time of my life.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And so it's just a mindset. It's a total mindset. And so this book really hit the nail on the head. I whizzed through the first chapter. I'm like, I'm loving this.
Mm-hmm. I know.
So.
Yes. Well, awesome job, Roberta. Congratulations on your 2 for 2, and and everything that's happening for you in your business. And it will shift. I mean, for everybody, it'll just happen like that when it's supposed to happen. I know, because it's happened to me in certain, in different portions of my business. And so, just super excited for you. I mean, you are an inspiration for sure. And, you know what, you're doing it, and I'm proud of you. I mean, that's all. It's just amazing. It's amazing.
You grow into it.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah. And it is the people you're surrounded by. It's the personal development we're all doing together. All of those things collectively add up till one day, like Linda Lindsay and everybody says, you get that aha moment of, oh, wait a minute. Here we go. This is what I've been waiting for. This is what all the work is for. So that'll happen. It will happen. But thank you again. And we're excited to have you a part of this group as well, for sure. Okay. We have Sharon, Kathy, and Robin left. Okay, who's gonna go? Sharon raised her hand. Or oh wait, Robin was quicker.
I unmuted first.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm really loving this book. I have a couple more pages for the first chapter, but there's a lot of things that he's saying that are kind of hitting home. And along with the other book I've been listening to, Punch Fear in the Face, they're both like, what? Okay, I'm gonna say it. What the hell's wrong with you, girl? Just do it. That's all I got.
I had muted myself. Yeah, and that's the other thing is, like, I'm sure everybody's reading other books or listening to, I mean, I listened to a couple and I have this one I'm reading. So we do, and it's like Catherine said, it's like everybody said, they're all they all overlap. Like they all have the same message, but different words, and they all mean the same. But when we do it all together, it's just this growth for ourselves. So just know that you're doing so much for yourselves. Okay, Sharon, your turn.
I'm
There you
trying
go.
to okay. So this book, it really opened my mind. It woke me up. Okay. And then when it started talking about the alpha, I've always been an alpha. I have not been an alpha lately. And that's why I haven't felt like me. And that's why things have been kind of off. So being an alpha, always, and all of a sudden being more of the submissive person, I didn't know how to deal with it. So reading this, I went, whoa, wait a minute. What am I doing? I need to be the alpha that I used to be. I need to act that way. I need to own up to it. And, it also clicked with my real estate business. I mean, it just all took shape into one. It was like, aha, okay, I need to go out and have fun again like I used to have fun. So I'm going to make this fun. And as the book said, when you need something, that's when you get yourself in trouble. I don't need it. It's just going to come to me because people are going to be attracted to me because I'm the alpha that they're looking for to bring them the joy that they're looking for that I'm supposed to help them find. So reading this book, all of a sudden I went to another book. And so I'm reading two books at the same time. And a friend of mine wrote this book. It's called Affirmations of Wealth and 101 Secrets of Daily Success. And it goes together with this book. And my friend had given me this book years ago, and I never really read it. And he passed away last year, and it was like, I've got to read John's book. So all of a sudden, I feel good. I feel good about me. I feel good about what's going to happen. And listening to Vicki a little bit today, I was on the Zoom, whatever I could hear. It's eye-opening. So thank you so much. I needed this, and you guys have all helped me. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome, Sharon. Awesome. And again, we don't know what we're going to get from these books. I mean, like that's completely different than the rest of us, but there was something you needed in that book for you. And I'm glad that you were able to see that and seek it and find it and get it. And that's awesome. Awesome. Okay, Kathy, you're our last one. Kathy Wright.
Okay.
I got you.
Well, I mean, everybody's pretty much said everything that I was going to say, but the one that it got me is like where is it? I wrote it down. Attraction is not a choice. So it's that's kind of what stuck out in my head. And the other thing is like, but this is what I love about this group, because it was kind of, he was saying like, we join tribes or families and we can't survive alone. And that kind of hit me too, because the fact that we're all here together and learning from each other just is important to all of us. And I'm this was kind of an eye opener. This whole book is just that PVL thing is totally, I love it because it's actually, I need to learn new skills, and that's how we increase our PVL, by learning all new skills. So all of us here together, we're helping each other to learn these skills. That's kind of where I'm getting out of it. And then learning to market is another thing that he was talking about doing towards the end of the chapter. So I'm thinking maybe he's going to talk about that more in the book too. I'm hoping so, because that's kind of where I think I need to be at. I mean, and I love the fact that with these new things that they're doing for us, and posting about our accomplishments, people are starting to follow us. People are starting to be attracted to, I don't know how you all feel, but I've been getting little comments about, oh, good job. You're doing so good in your business. So I think, and people are watching, you know, so even though sometimes we feel like we're not doing so good, I think that that's going to help with that attraction part of it also. So people are going to start following us because we are doing good, believe it, but we can always do better. But I think that is helping also, that it's starting to get the people to looking at us like, oh, hey, there might be something in this, you know, so that's going to help us too, I think, a lot.
Well, and then they look at us and they see that we look better than them too.
Yeah, true. Very true.
I mean, I don't know about you, but when you go to things that your friends you haven't seen in a while, and you're like, you're the same age.
Yeah, well, like Kathy was. Yeah,
like I told you, and you do Botox. All right.
Well, like Kathy, 92 today, wasn't she? She
Kathy,
looks so great for 92.
Kathy was carrying around 92 a balloon that said 92, and we told her she looks really good for 92. It's funny, but no, it's true, Kathy. I like all of it together. We all collectively help each other, but because this book, you know, the book is the marketing part. I'm sure he's going to get into that. It's marketing ourselves. It's that attraction that people see, and it's what people, you know, they're attracted to our products, they're attracted to our business, they're attracted to the money, they're attracted to the culture. I mean, whatever it is, what we have in Neora with each other and what we're doing, there's no reason people wouldn't be attracted to it. The ones that are not attracted to it are not supposed to be in our business. I mean, we just always have to tell ourselves that, because we are only going to attract the people who are supposed to be on this journey with us. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. So don't ever worry about that. And I have learned that over the years, because I messed up. I mean, like Sharon was saying, the alpha, and Lori, the alpha. Lori and I were raised to be alphas. I mean, there's no denying that. And I'm sorry, Roberta, we could not be with your husband because he would not like us. He would not like us. He would be like, nope, I'm out. Nope, can't do this. He wouldn't like us at all. But the thing is that we're alphas, but sometimes like, you don't know if that's like, when I first started in the business, it was like, okay, I'm an alpha, but I thought I was supposed to know everything. And that's where I screwed up in the beginning, because I was the one, oh, I don't need their help, I can do this. No, I don't need their help, I can do this. So remember that too, about the alphas that you do get into the business, because when you do get an alpha into the business, they think they can do it all. And they'll try to do it all, and they have to step back and not do it all. Like when Vicki talked about it in our regional today, you have to step back and hand the tools. And that was really hard for me in the beginning. And then I know Lori will agree with me, it was hard for us. I don't know about her, but it was hard in the beginning to be that alpha and step back and let somebody else tell them something, because it was just hard for that. So there's some pros and cons to already being an alpha coming into the business too. Did you want to add something, Lori?
Yeah, you know, Karen DeSantis said it right between my eyeballs today when she said that in corporate America, they hire us to know everything. And in our business, they hire us to know nothing. And I got to be really transparent with you guys. I have a real hard time with that, because during the day, I have to know everything. And then I have to shift. I have no trouble putting that third-party tool in place. But I have a hard time sometimes with my RPs to get an expert. Like, can I just do the whole thing myself? Can I just run it? And I applaud Monique for her social hour, happy hours, but like, I want to make a sale. Like, I don't want to sit there and have drinks with people and get to know them, show them the culture. I want to make a sale. That's just me. That's why I do RPs. I don't do social hour, or I'll just stop by to say hi, because I have a little bit of time in my window. But You know, it's just finding that balance. I'm owning it. I'm asking God for guidance on where I fall in the middle, because it's a dichotomy. I don't get it sometimes. And sometimes I get impatient because I want my business to go further. I was very disappointed in the goals I hit in February. Really, I was. I deserve way the heck more with the amount of time I put in, but that's my problem. I've got to fix that. I've got to see what has to happen with the window of time I have to do this part-time. But I just wanted to just say something to Roberta real quick. Hey, Roberta, so you say big girl britches, and Monique and I say our big girl calzones, because calzones are in Spanish saying our big panties. We put on our big girl calzones, and you put on your big girl britches. So I just wanted to share that.
No, I say big girl chonies.
Big girl chonies. Exactly.
Right, and I say calzones. I say calzones because most people think you're chonies, and nobody knows calzones, and that's more the formal. So I like to say calzones and get really people all confused.
Big girl panties. Come on.
Panties, oh boy. Hold on. So Lori, you said something. I want to read something to you. Oh, no. Stay here, Pumpkin. Stay here. Hold on. Oh, big boy. Come on. No, not right now. You're not going outside to pee. Stay right there. Okay, sorry. Watch him pee on me right now. Hold on.
Oh.
No, he won't. I got to read this to you, Lori. So I got a Chinese fortune today. You gonna take him? Oh, good. Here. Thank you. Oh, Alan, the babysitter. He's so good. Thanks, Alan. Okay. Not having a goal is more to be feared than not reaching one. So you may not have reached your goals, and that's okay. You had them. Do you know how many people didn't even have goals for this month? I can tell you a few in my business that didn't. I can tell you a few. So you have to always remember that, guys. You have to always remember that. And I say that about my business, my people, because they're not even in the business. they may buy something every 6 months. You know what I mean? Those kind of people that you're all going to have. You're all going to have those people. You need those people. That's why you don't bug them about their goals. You're going to have that person that buys one ADO every 6 months, but maybe after the 6 months they have like 10 customers and you're like, yes, I needed that this month. But you had a goal, and you got to remember that. I had all my goals written on my closet. When you asked me about, well, how are you going to get to that, that PC? I'm like, I have no idea how I'm going to do it. I don't know how that team, anything's going to happen. I don't know how it's going to be. I'm as far away from it as I could possibly think. And then I reached out to one brand partner who has not done anything. And I said, hey, look it, I'm going to tell you, and I'll be real with you guys, how I got that $500 bonus. I couldn't figure it out. And I was like, I have to talk to my personals, and people have kind of just been busy. And I was like, let me see. So I called a few brand partners, and one was just too big. I'm like, okay, let's just talk. Could an extra $50 help you? Could an extra $150 help you? Let's be creative. Let's see what we can do for you. Let's see and this is where you got to think outside the box sometimes. And she had 2 customers. I needed her to get 6. But I don't go for I needed her to get 6, but I was like, what can we do for you? And I helped her, and she goes, well, I do have a few people. She's like, yeah, I do have a few people who kind of want to order. I just haven't had time to put in their orders. I'm like, okay, give me their phone numbers and I'll get those orders in for you. Let me help you. Let me help you out. And it was like, okay, and then, okay, let's do this. Okay, let's see who else needs something. Let's just try to see what we can do. And we all did it together. That was the biggest thing. We did it together. People helped each other out. And that is the joy of what we have. And honestly, she commented on some of the things on some of our posts, and she said, I couldn't have done it without you, Monique, but I couldn't have done it without her. There's no way I would have had that without her. And without Lori, without Shannon, without the people in my business. And I couldn't be where I'm at in my business without everybody. So always know that too. I mean, and that's where the place we all have to come from too, because that's how our business will grow, because it's not about us. It's about everybody else. You want them attracted to you, but you know that it's about them and helping them too. And that's the biggest thing about what I love about what we do, about this new compensation plan. The people who are in our business who are not helping the people in their business are not going to make any money in this business. We will make money in this business because we're helping our people. So remember that the people, because for a long time, the only negative really thing of the last compensation plan is those upline you never hear from making money because you're working your tail off. They can't do that anymore. So just know that they're putting the money where they need to, and that's with us. That's where they recognize that, and that was huge. That's so huge. Okay, so I know we all have to go. It's been a long, real fast, my fundraising idea. So I'm all about philanthropy. I'm all about helping people. I'm all about giving back. The more I give back, I know the more I see things happen. I know it. So March is Happiness Month. It's my favorite month of the year because of the happiness wall. I encourage you all to have happiness walls or go to a happiness wall near you. What I want to do with the fundraisers, I posted that I was doing fundraising. So how I'm doing it is I'm trying to find different organizations. I have 3 organizations right now that need my help. I am going to, and I've already talked to 2 of them. I got to talk to the 3rd one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to donate 100% of my profits to their organization, of their whatever the organization is or whatever organization they have referred me to. It's 20% of our sales. So I figured it out. Okay, if I have $500 in orders, that's 5 orders. They make $100. I'm like, that doesn't seem very much. But you know what? I'm going above and beyond, and I'm going to donate that $100 I would make, but I'm matching it with $100 of my own. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm not going to complain at the end of the month when I have 25 new customers to give an extra $100 to somebody, and the 100 that they'll already get that I'm not even seeing anyways. It's not even money in my pocket. But with all of the things going on for March, going into Nashville with on a camps thing, with corporate thing, can you just imagine if you're able to help an organization and you get 5 customers at $100 for an organization and you're able to donate 200, which the 100 comes from the order, the other 100 is from you, but you're already going to make that extra in bonuses. So remember that you're going to make that in bonuses. And then if you think about your teams, this is the other part you can think of when you're doing the fundraiser. Say you were this close to getting the $200 bonus for your team, but you had a brand partner that was, missing a few customers. Maybe do the fundraiser and give them a couple of those customers from that fundraiser to help them. You know what I mean? But you just have to tell them, look, what you make is going towards the organization, but at least they get those customers, and then they get their $150 bonus. So they'll still make a $150 bonus if you can help them get to their 9. Does that make sense? Am I confusing you? Guys got it? But just think of what you can do, because you can give back. And then the people who are part of the fundraiser, it's a tax write-off for them. Whatever they buy because it's for a fundraiser, that's a tax write-off for them also. So it's about being creative in the business. It's really about being creative. What I'm going to do is every day I'll post something and I'll tag the person who's having it, and then they can send it to their people. And then I'll create an event, Facebook event, that they can add all their people to. And that's where I'll post product information, pictures, they can ask me questions and whatnot. That'll be the hub, is an event page for Facebook, or event for Facebook, and then they invite. So I'm not even inviting people, I'm just giving information. So then they're gonna do that. So yes, Laura, I see you nodding and you have a question.
So they're having a party for you, and the sales, you're gonna give them the profits of the sales, and then you're gonna match it. So you're getting customers from it. Okay, I didn't get the customer acquisition piece. A good idea. Okay. Got it.
And it's a Facebook party. It's not a party. I'm not actually going to anybody's house. I mean, I have one that's going to happen in Idaho, one that's happening in San Francisco, and one that's happening here. So I don't even have to be at those places. It's all through Facebook. And the one person I talked to today in San Francisco, she's the president of the board of this organization, so she's talking to them tomorrow. But if there's people who don't have Facebook, I'm just going to email them saying, we're having this fundraiser for this organization. Here's my information. Here's my website. Take a look. Tell me what kind of questions you have. Whatever you buy is going to be a write-off for you. Whatever you buy, I'm donating this much money to the organization. So it's and then it's just, we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen from it, but I figured I got to think outside the box for all these. I got to think outside the box. Who can I help? What can I do? Because literally, that's my passion. Yes, if I could just give I do like to give money away to people, and not that I give it away to people. I want to help help other people, and not all of it, but you know what I mean? I want to help people. They need our help. Even if it's $20, they need our help. So any questions? Because I rambled on fast. No questions?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I do. So what are you telling them when you're explaining all this to them? You're just telling them about what you're going to give them in return,
Yeah.
and then how you're
So
going
just
to.
like I did right now, I said to them, I'll host a Facebook party for you, and I will give 20% of the profits that from what I make, or 100% of my profits, which is 20% of whatever the sale is. And I say, example, if it's $100 sale, it's $20, and then I'll match that. And then we'll create an event page where you invite people to the event. You can invite people, and then I'll talk to them, and I handle the sales, and I handle all of that. And then at the end, I'll be able to tally up what you made, and I'll send you a check for your organization.
Oh, okay. All right. That sounds good. Actually, that's really good.
And you don't have to do matching the 100, but I figured, you know what? I made a $500 bonus last month. I have that little extra leeway to do this month. Do I think I'm going to get 25 new customers? No, probably not. I'll be happy with 25 because that'll mean I'll get the next $500 bonus. But you know what I mean? I'm not going to worry about that part. I'll see what happens. It could be $40 for one organization, so then I have to give 40. It could be 20 for one organization. I mean, it's at least something. And I said to them, depending on how it looks and how it goes, I'll donate a product that you can use at a silent auction as well, or a raffle for your organization as well, because that's also something we can write off. If I donate a Prolistic lotion, that's a write-off for me. In addition to the money I'm giving them, that's a write-off for us.
So when you're posting, Monique, are you going to also post a short video of the products?
So what I'll do is probably every day I'll do something different. Probably one day I'll do like pictures, one day I'll do a video, one day I'll do, testimonials on EHT. So yeah, I'll do a little bit of all the products. And then in the event page is where I'll post probably a video on every product, probably the entire product sheet with all of the prices, probably a lot of before and afters of every product. So yeah, I'll show all of that in the event page. I just don't want to inundate them on their Facebook with all that. I'll just do one a day. That's why I said only one a day, so it's not too much for them to see.
Yeah. Okay.
And I have one organization. Can I be through a call? Yes, I can be your three-way call expert to explain to your prospect. Yes, Lori. The other thing is, one of them is a good friend of mine, Cat Posse, and I always help them with fundraising. 3 of them have already been customers before. So this way they'll probably reorder because they haven't ordered in a while, and then it goes to their organization and they get product. And that's the other thing. People are going to be able to donate to their organization and get something out of it, which a lot of people like to get. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So anything else?
I have a question.
Yeah.
About this is on your happy hour event.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little rundown on how you? Yes.
Yeah. So
please.
I just find a place that has a good happy hour, because who doesn't like a good happy hour? And and I try to find something that's not very expensive. I mean, and it doesn't have to be happy hour. It can be coffee. Maybe you want to do coffee. Maybe you want to do it at Starbucks. It can be anything. Maybe morning happy hour for coffee. But all you do is you just say, hey, you know what? I'm celebrating my new company, Neora, and I'd love for you to come and cheers with me. If you come, I'll give you a sample, or I'll give you, something for free. But I just want to come together with people who are in my business, and we're just cheersing to our new company. And that's all it is. And literally they come and you're giving them a glass of wine or coffee or whatever you want, whatever you're going to buy for them. And it's just about them seeing our culture and then hearing stories about, oh yeah, you know what, EHT did this and this for so-and-so, and yes, and then this, and then somebody asked at the table, well, I use the eye serum, and how do I use it correctly? So then there's information, and then there's stuff like about the product, about the opportunity, and they just see it, and it's not a full-on presentation, it's very casual. Does that make sense? Yes?
You kind of cut out a little bit when you're talking about the information.
So it's just information that's said at the table. So if somebody asks about the eye serum, how you would use it, you could show them there on the spot. If somebody says, I used it this way, how would you use it differently? Or if somebody says, oh, you know what, I tried the night cream one time before, but I wasn't really impressed. Well, we have a new one. It's just, you're just talking. You're having a conversation with everybody. And then from there, you can answer and field the questions.
So these are people.
And everybody who comes can help you. Like all the other brand partners that show up can help you.
So these are people that are either using the product or have used the product, or
No, it can be anybody.
okay.
It can be new people. It can be, I mean, the last one we had, I mean, Kathy had a guest there, right? Kathy, did she ever
Yes.
use the product?
She has used the collagen set. She bought the collagen set. I have given her the night cream. I'm mostly dripping on her to join the business. And she loved when she was there. She actually loved all of you guys. She was just impressed totally. So it's, to me, that was more like dripping. It's
Mhm.
more like what John was talking about today, just dripping and getting them familiar with who we are, our culture, and what we do. And, you know, hopefully one day she'll see the light bulb will come on and she'll say, hey, I want to jump on here with you. So, and
Right.
she has used the product, and she hasn't become a full customer yet, but she's close. She's very close.
And my two guests was one that was a customer before. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Sorry.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you. And she wasn't sure if she wanted to reorder because she wasn't sure how the eye serum worked, and then she did reorder. And then the other one was a friend of mine. He's never been a customer. He's never looked at anything, and he just kind of got dripped on. Sharon, who lives in Virginia, invited two of her friends who live in Pasadena who have told her no, and finally said, I want to shut Sharon up, and I showed up. This is what they said. And they showed up, and it was more for them just seeing our culture, you know, and just kind of meeting us, and that's all it was about. And so she's just, now she can drip on them a little bit more. Those two ladies, one of them is now my friend on Facebook, and she's liking my posts, and I'm sure she'll tell Sharon something eventually. I invited her to the Happiness Wall. I'm helping Sharon with her business by sharing what I do and what I see and everything. And so it's all about that. It's all connected.
Yeah.
It's all connected. So does that help, Catherine? If not, we can talk on the side too, and I can help you out more. Kathy Prussia, are you around so we can take a picture? Her dogs ate her. They were on top of her a second ago. They were all over her in the beginning of the Facebook in the beginning of this. Now she's gone. There she is. She's alive. Okay. Hold on one second. My camera is dirty. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi, buddy. Okay. Ready. Okay, everybody smile. Okay, let's see. Perfect. I got everybody. Okay. All right, ladies. Let me go ahead and stop.